Hey everyone, Serien here. Welcome to episode 5 of Summer's End. So, in our last episode, Michelle goes back to work after the incident with her lady friend. She grabs lunch with that new hire, and at some point realizes she can't keep her mind off of that Sam. It's Saturday, and she goes into the city to return Sam's shirt, in hopes that she can get her expensive blouse back. She runs into Cecilia along the way, and Cecilia helps her get into the video store. After that, Sam and Michelle shortly reunite, and they're off to the beach. So much for staying away. Let's continue. Somehow, I had let myself get caught up in our pace again. A part of me was a tiny bit curious to know where Sam was going. It had been a long time since I went on a leisure trip with someone. Saikung is close by. It's not much further than my commute to Hong Kong Island for work. I decided to go and come back. And that'll be it between us. Sam brought out her scooter from around the corner and had me ride on the back seat. She went into her store and grabbed a helmet for me. I put the helmet on and gingerly put my arms around Sam's waist. Oh, gingerly. She started up the bike with a jolt. Her small bike navigated the city streets with ease. We turned onto the highway, and within minutes we put the high-rise buildings behind us. Ah, yeah. I held tightly onto Sam. It wasn't for me to feel close to her, but I held onto her waist as tight as possible for safety's sake. It was my first time on a bike like this. If I knew I would be on a bike today, I would have never worn a skirt. It was so breezy. I didn't like it. Sam seemed comfortable sitting in the front. She could put her feet flat down on the scooter and sit up straight. The footrest for the passenger seat of the bike was too far back from my feet. I had to lean forward and straddle the seat with my thighs to keep myself from sliding off. I didn't like that my bare legs touched Sam's. I felt consciously sticky. It was a humid summer day, and despite what Sam said about the minibus, no matter how fast they went, at least the bus had a protective metal cage forming a barrier between the human body and that of a speeding roadway. You're holding me so tightly. You don't have to be so scared. You're going too fast. I thought you said this thing was slow. I never said that. It's shaking so much. Are you sure you're going at the speed limit? I am. I'll slow down a bit for the corner ahead. Just lean in towards me. What? You almost flipped the bike. You're exaggerating. What is this old thing? It's not old. It's actually brand new. Can't you drive something safer? It is safe. Let me off at the next bus stop. I'll get there myself. Come on, Michelle. Just focus on the view. Look, on your right. You can see the ocean now. I can't see anything with your hair in my face. Oh. Let's make a pit stop then. Quickly. Sam pulled over onto the road shoulder and made an abrupt stop. I took off the helmet and I cautiously looked out. God, Sam's hair must be like slapping her in the face. The sight of the ocean glowing with sunlight was certainly dazzling. It was a gorgeous day. The wind against us was pleasant. I could hear the sounds of boats in the distance. Sam stepped off her bike and gestured for me to take her hand. I was about to get off the bike to get a better view of the ocean when a minibus whipped past us and nearly knocked the both of us off balance. Oof. Such feelings of amazement quickly dissipated into the wind. Let's keep going. It's a little dangerous to stop here. Sam started up the bike again. She continued riding along the road above the ocean. It was cooler here than it was in the city. As we continued down the road, there was less and less traffic. I felt more comfortable without the curious glances from other drivers. However, I couldn't feel completely at ease. Sam's bike leaned dangerously too close to the road for my comfort. I resumed the brace position and buried myself into Sam's back again. It's better to maintain a low center of gravity for safety's sake, I thought. I swore I heard Sam laugh, though it could have been my imagination. The sound of the motor was louder. Sam's long hair was blowing into my face with the wind against us. It was hard to see anything without her wavy hair covering up the helmet visor. The heat of the summer sun brought out the smell of Sam's hair. The shampoo Sam had used had a familiar scent. Had it been a brand I used before? The image of my best friend from high school floated into my mind. Why was that? That's right. My friend used a similar scented shampoo. I haven't thought about her in so long. She was the kind of girl who was always so clingy. She liked to link arms with me wherever we went, so what scent her shampoo was something I without a doubt recognized. It was an unforgettable sweet and floral scent. A nostalgic feeling for our high school days sprung forth and welled up in my heart. I had seen her less and less since I graduated high school. The last time I saw her was at her wedding banquet last year. I haven't seen her since then. That's just how it is sometimes when your life takes a different course from another's. Everyone is busy with their own life. Is she happy? Is she doing well? I wondered. I looked up from Sam's shoulder and towards the shimmering waves in the distance. From the bottom of my heart, I wished her happiness. We're almost there now. Are you doing okay? Sam rode past the town and continued up the mountain road. She didn't stop until she had pulled into the entrance of a cemetery site. She parked her bike on the side of the road and gestured for me to hop off. We're here. It's not the place you expect to be on a summer weekend, but today is a special day for me to be here. I see. Oh. Let's walk up. It's just at the top of the hill. Oh, that's who the flowers are for. I followed after Sam. The stone path leading up the hill was uneven. We walked up the steps carefully. It was quite a climb. I could see a little bit of the ocean as we climbed up the mountainside. The vegetation along the path was dense. There were clearings along the stone path that led to other family shrines and tombs. The air was hot and heavy in this place. I couldn't feel much wind. Places like this always have such an atmosphere. My father's grave was also up on a hill. This reminded me. I hadn't gone with my mother to visit my father's grave for Qingming Festival this year. I was on a business trip abroad with my boss for an international conference. I tried to imagine my mother walking up similar stone steps with the festival crowds. My mother is getting older. It must have been difficult for her to carry flowers, food offerings, and incense by herself to my father's grave. My mother insisted that I go on that trip and not pass off any other opportunities at work. I wondered if that was truly what she wanted me to do as her daughter. I looked toward Sam. She walked ahead of me on the narrow stone steps. Her back gave an answer of silence. I made a note to myself that I shouldn't accept any invitations for travel next year, around the time of the festival. We kept climbing the stone steps. We eventually reached a clearing at the top of the hill. I saw that Sam's father was there waiting. He waited for us to join him. You're late. I've been waiting for you. I'm late because you forgot to bring the flowers. Scolding your old father. You're just like your mother. Wow, you're the girl with those broken furies. Cayenne, you're friends with her now? Yeah, that's right. Friends with a rough girl like you? Well, now that you're here, I'm gonna get the washing water. Michelle, this is my mother's grave. Today would be her birthday anniversary. I see. I'm sorry I don't have anything to offer but my condolences. It's alright. I wanted to bring you here. She'll be happy with your warm thoughts. She passed away due to illness when I was in primary school. I'm sorry to hear that. You were so young. It must have been difficult for you and your family. It's just one of those unfortunate things that happen in life. My father had died in a car accident when I was in high school. I don't mean to trivialize your situation. I just want to say I understand how painful it is to lose a parent. I'm sorry to hear about your father. It's okay, it happened years ago. Time sure flies for those in the world of the living. It does. No matter what happens, we have to keep going. Yeah. Sam set the flowers she had in her hands down on her mother's tombstone. She and her father worked to clean and wash away the dirt and dust that have accumulated over the grave since their last visit. Incense was lit and a woody smell filled the air. I watched them burn offerings and quietly pay their respects to their departed family member. I lit a joss stick and prayed a small prayer as well. My heart felt heavy. Michelle? You're crying. Are you alright? Oh, I am. Did you? I haven't cried over the death of my father since I was in high school. Memories that I had with him came to mind for the first time in many years. Perhaps it was the combination of the incense smoke in my eyes and that of Sam's words that have touched my heart. I thought of Sam's mother, too. I imagined a scene of her in a hospital bed with a young Sam by her side. How painful it must have been for her as a child to cope with all that was happening. I looked at the photo on the tomb. Sam's mother is a beautiful woman. Sam is a spitting image of her mother, though I see she got her smile from her father. She and her father are both cheerful and upbeat people. I wonder what Sam's mother was like. I'm sure she was a gentle and kind mother. That's why Sam is the way she is. Whatever life you live, whoever you are, death will be an inevitable fact of life. Sometimes death will come and rob from us someone that we love, suddenly and without warning. Those in the world of the living just have to carry on. Someday, my mother, Sam, everyone that I know, will pass from this world to the next. How lonely is life when it's viewed from this frame of mind? My father, would he be proud of me? My life kept moving forward year after year. Yet he remained in my memory. Would I forget him entirely one day? Here, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this special place of yours. Thanks for coming with. Don't be saddened. We have to live each day with pride and integrity. To be good and decent people. That's what will make our parents and ancestors proud, I think. Rituals are important, but sometimes they're more to let those left on the side heal and carry on. Yes. Sam said these words with wistfulness. She stared at her mother's photo. She seemed lost in her own thoughts. She was smiling softly, but there was a loneliness in her expression. I stood in silence with Sam until the last incense stick burned out. It was Sam's father who broke the silence. Guyan, I'm heading back first. We're not having lunch in Saikung together? No, you girls enjoy yourselves. I'm going ahead to meet my own friends. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you again, young lady. Thank you for having me here, Mr. Wong. Okay, bye-bye. You girls be safe. Let's have lunch in Saikung then? It'll be good to get some fresh air by the sea before we go. Okay. We walked back down the hill. The air felt lighter again. Yet there was something that still weighed heavily in my heart. It was a dreary and lonely feeling. I wasn't sure what it was. I got back onto Sam's bike and hid my face behind her back. I didn't want her to see my teary-eyed face. My mother had always said that I was ugly to cry. I took her words to heart. Even from a young age, I never liked to cry in front of others. My parents always told me that crying would make me look old. But I couldn't help it this time. The tears kept trickling out of my eyes. I haven't cried in so long. I guess my tear ducts felt it was due time to just let it all out. Sam didn't say anything, though I'm sure she must have felt the patch of wet tears soaking through the clothes on her back. She started up her bike and we rode onwards. I had to collect myself. There was no reason for me to feel sad or upset. I didn't come here with Sam to feel sentimental. I cried so much. I should eat something to restore my salt balance. I'll eat something quickly with her and have her take me home. That was the plan. Whoa. It was a short ride to the seaside fishing town of Saikung. Sam parked her bike near the ocean promenade. We stepped off to the backdrop of shimmering ocean waves, and we took a leisurely stroll along the water. There were people lining up to buy fresh seafood from the fishmonger stocked at the piers. The area was bustling with activity. Everyone seemed to be in a cheery mood today. It felt as if we had gone to a faraway place together. When you're in Saikung, you have to have seafood. Is that so? Of course. Have you been around here often? No, not often. I think the last time I came here was maybe in junior school with my parents. I see. My mother's ancestral home is in a village around here, so I've come around here in the past. The village? Yes, she's of Hakka descent. Oh, there are a lot of Hakka villages in Saikung, right? Yes, though many of them sit empty now as more people have moved into the city. I see. That's too bad. It seems like a peaceful place to be. The changing economy causes people to move. It's not anything new. Migration has always been a part of our culture. It's a part of survival. Still, it's sad to see an empty village. Culture and identity can live on one way or another, as long as we don't forget our roots. That's true. Where's your ancestral home? My mother is Taishanese and my father is Teochew. I don't know much about my ancestors. My parents don't like to talk about it. A lot of things were lost after the war and all the things happening then. Shameful to say, I never visited my father's or my mother's village home. I don't even know where it is. I see. That's alright. You shouldn't feel ashamed. Their legacy lives on through you. You're a beautiful combination of their heritage. You know, my mother wasn't very much of a traditionalist. I can't say I'm really close to her side of the family. Is that so? Yeah, she left the village when she was young and found work in a theater company. Hakka women have a lot of expectations from their family, so what she did was quite shocking. Is that why she's into movies and film? You could say she was quite modern for her time. That's incredible. I look up to my mother. My father too. They're strong people. Sam. My dad's side is Teochew, so we have something in common, right, Michelle? That's right. There's a place here with delicious Teochew oyster congee we can try. Oyster congee. Aw, man. Sounds delicious. Huh? You don't like seafood? I don't mind it. Oysters are high in cholesterol. You have to be careful not to eat too much. Alright. You're already worried about high blood pressure? I'll keep that in mind. Why don't we get something to eat? We can take a look around the town after that. We came all the way here. We should make the most out of today. Okay. Sam led me past the pier and into the town. She navigated the small streets with ease. It was a lively summer day. The town streets were busy with people shopping and eating. Would a video store hold its own here? It was a question I asked myself. After a few turns left and right, Sam brought me to a small cedar seafood restaurant quite away from the waterfront. It was already busy, so we were seated at a table outside. The sun was high and bright upon us. It was warm. I felt my own sweat drip down my neck. For the first time this season, I felt that it was truly summer. This restaurant is much beloved by the locals. They're known for their fried pissing shrimp. Pissing shrimp? Mantis shrimp. Same thing. Isn't that something with even more cholesterol compared to oyster? Mantis shrimp. Wow. Ain't that the shrimp that punches things? Well, we're here. It's a place known for their seafood specialties. Why don't we try it? Have you tried it before? I haven't. I saw that the restaurants by the pier have it too. But we didn't have to walk all the way into town then. Trust me, it's really good here. Alright, I'll try it. Let's order. We sipped on iced tea while waiting. I noticed that people seem more relaxed here. I saw some people sitting outside, simply enjoying a cool drink in the shade. Things move slower here than in the city. It didn't take long for food to come out though. I was about to take a bite when I felt something wet touch my leg. What the? What? Something touched my leg. Sam? What? Huh? Oh, it's just a cat. Aw. Hey, little kitty, are you hungry? Meow meow. Come here. A calico cat was sitting underneath the table. Sam was petting the cat casually without concern. Aw. Don't touch it. Why not? She's stray. So what? Look, she's so friendly. Come on, reach out your hand. Why? She wants your attention, don't be mean to her. Alright. What should I do, pet her? Yeah, scratch her cheeks. Okay. Oh, she's purring. She's rubbing against me. Keep petting her. Cute. She's kinda cute. Why don't you give her a piece of shrimp? Of course I'm gonna feed the cat. Obviously she wants some food. I fed the cat a piece of shrimp. The cat took the piece of shrimp in its mouth and then scurried off. That's all she wanted. Oh, she ran away. It's like that sometimes. The cat appealed to my emotions and manipulated it for her benefit. Was that? Don't be sad, she'll come and play with you again. I'm not sad. Nah, don't mind. Let's eat while the food is still hot. Alright. How is the food? It's delicious. Right? Oh, here comes the fish. Huh? That's a whole steamed fish. How many dishes did you order? 5? That's way too much for the two of us. He said he never really ate seafood here before. Don't worry, it's on me. I want you to try it. That's a lot of calories. Diluted with the rice. I don't think that's how it works. That's not how it works. How about we feed the leftovers to the stray cats? No! Don't lure them to me. I'm just kidding. Let's just enjoy the meal. We can worry about the leftovers later. Okay. Somehow we were able to finish the meal. Jeez. We walked slowly back to the waterfront. We ate so much my waistband felt tight. Sam yawned and casually stretched her arms into the air. The warm sun made me feel sleepy. I refrained from yawning and crossed my arms. I had to keep up appearances in front of Sam. Sam was taking it too easy, I felt. Couldn't she notice the tension I had with her? I had a clear agenda. I wanted my blouse back. I had intended to let Sam know today that I wasn't going to see her again. Oh, jeez, Michelle. There's no reason to be like that. There's no longer any reason to see her once I got back my blouse. But after this and that, I had ended up spending nearly half the day with her. Once we arrived back at the pier, I planned to have her take me home. I didn't forget that Sam had suddenly kissed me the other day. I didn't understand how Sam could act so cool and nonchalant about it. She was kind and friendly, and she smiled at me no differently than before. Did she not feel affected by it? We made one final visit to the pier. We leaned against the metal railings and watched the boats come and go. There's a slowness in today. The sun was still high up in the sky, but even the fishermen had to eventually pack up for the day. We started our walk back to where Sam had parked her bike. It was about time for me to confront Sam. Would you like to head back now? Or is there something else you want to see? I want to go. I was going to say it when a sign had caught my eye. What's this sign about? Stargazing and summer camping tour. Okay. What's that? Ah! There's a few camping sites around here where you can see the stars quite clearly. Really? This close to Hong Kong? Yep, just over the other side of the mountains. On a good night, you can see the whole Milky Way. It's absolutely beautiful. I've seen it only a few times. It's really an unforgettable sight. Really? No way. I don't believe you. We're still so close to the city. Can you really see it with all the city lights nearby? You can. Are you interested in seeing it? I've never seen the constellations before with my own eyes. Growing up in the city, it's hard to see much in the sky besides buildings and towers. There's always the planetarium. It's not really the same. Alright, why don't we go have a look? Huh? I can't. It's too far. It's not that far away, just a little hike. I'm not dressed for hiking, and I didn't prepare anything for it. Don't worry, it's an easy walk. Let me buy some snacks and drinks from the corner mart, and we can go. I don't think I should. I wanted Sam to tell me her intentions. I didn't want to talk about it, but I couldn't leave such a big issue hanging between us. I wanted to know more than anything what she thought about it. I wish I could say this to Sam, but I couldn't spit out the words. The other night, I was too forward. I apologize. I understand. I get it if you feel uncomfortable around me. Sam, I still want to be with you more. Talk to you more. And learn more about you. It doesn't have to be today. It can be another time. Would that be alright with you? For a moment, I sensed that there was vulnerability in Sam. I didn't know how she could always read what I was thinking. Sam seemed sincere. It wasn't anything to look at the stars with someone. I doubted that the stars could be seen like that so easily. I was curious. I've lived here all my life, and I've never heard about any stargazing here. A part of me wanted to prove her wrong. Won't we be out too late if we have to wait for the stars? The sun sets around 8 p.m. How does that work for you? Then it's alright. As long as it's not too far and not too late, okay? Okay. We got back on Sam's bike and she took the road that led further into the country. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap up today's episode here. And next episode, we'll go stargazing with Michelle and Sam. To me, it really seems like Michelle doesn't know what she wants. She's always thinking one thing and saying the other. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but I hope she gets it together soon. I can't believe she was like, I'm gonna confront her. And then she's like, ooh, stargazing. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. For now, they're just gals being pals. Alright, so thank you for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. I've said it before, but I really am a sucker for these kinds of visual novels. But yeah, remember to take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.